Happy Friday. I tell you, I almost forgot that, and lucky I set alarms. I don't know about you guys, but I set alarms in my phone because if I don't set alarms, who knows what would happen? Total chaos. And I tell you, that's what we're talking about today is how much chaos is in your house and how you can get rid of that chaos. So share this out so we can have some calmer households. And as you're jumping on, let me know who you are. Say hello so I can say hello back. Welcome Periscope peeps, YouTubers, hit that subscribe below, and Facebook people, love that you're on as well. Replay viewers, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. All right, so before we get started on calming the chaos in your home, let's talk about why you're listening to me and who I am. I'm Celia Kibler. I'm an author. I am a family empowerment coach, and I'm the founder of Pumped Up Parenting and the co-founder of Fun Fit Familyness. I also have 5 children of my own. 2 I gave birth to, 3 I gained through marriage. I have 9 amazing grandchildren. And I've been coaching and working with parents and kids for almost 40 years. So I'm here to empower you and really get you being the best you can be so you can turn around and get those kids the best that they can be. All right, now let's get started. I want to ask you some questions, and I want you to give me an answer from 1 to 5 about how chaotic your home is. And hold on 1 minute, and let me just make sure that your home isn't too crazy. Hold on, please. I just want to make sure I can see your comments because in the system I use, you can't see comments. Okay. All right. So hopefully I can see your comments. Sorry, timeout. All right. So I'm going to ask you some questions and I want you to give a rating from 1 to 5. 1 being fabulous and 5 being super crazy chaotic. Okay, fabulous to super crazy chaotic. Okay, so here we go. Number 1 question. Is there a lot of yelling in your house? 1 is pretty much no. 5, super crazy yelling. Okay. Number 2, and you can put these in the comments or you can just jot them down on a piece of paper. Number 2, do you think your house is chaotic? Do you feel like your house is just constant mayhem? Number 1, no, calm, cool, collected. Number 5, crazy chaotic. Okay. Number 3, is your house noisy all the time? Is there constant noise? Number 1, peaceful, wonderful. 5, noise and lots of it. Number 4, are you always being interrupted? Do you try to get things done and you just feel like you never get anything done because it's a constant interruption? Number 1, no, you're amazing. You get tons of things done. Number 5, always interrupted. I get nothing done. That would be a number 5. Next, do you feel like your house has a lot of clutter? Do you see where I'm going with all this? Is it really cluttered? Number 1, no, it's beautiful. It's like my sister's house, which is like immaculate. You can walk all over the place. Or number 5, oh my gosh, I have to walk around and take the obstacle course to get anywhere in my house. That's number 5. And number around 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6. Do you feel like you're always rushing around? Now that should be towards a number 1, only because a lot of you were in Corona land and, you know, we're not rushing as much, but some of you are still rushing. You got to go to work. You have jobs. You have to take your kids here and there and stuff. So you still feel like you're always rushing. So number 1, nope, not going anywhere. Number 5, always on the move, always rushing. So you see where I'm going with this? Starting to realize how chaotic your life is, right? Okay, so what are you going to do if most of those 6 answers were 4 or 5, or even a 3, 4, or 5? You got to do something, because keep in mind that chaos breeds chaos. So the more chaotic your life is, the more chaotic your life is. The more calm your life is, the more calm your life is. And that chaos flows into your children, and they feel stressed. You feel stressed. There's more yelling. There's more aggravation. There's more irritability. So what can you do to solve this? First of all, background noise. Background noise is crazy stressful. So if you're the type of family that has your TV on all the time, turn it off. Turn it off. If you got really crazy loud music playing and maybe you're cleaning, so you might like that, then, that's okay, because sometimes music is motivating. But if it's irritating, then get that turned off. Becca, you had mostly ones and twos. Yay! Round of applause for Becca. That is amazing. Amazing. I'm very proud. So you must feel pretty calm. Becca can kind of pretty much tell you that just having ones and twos, she feels pretty good. She doesn't feel too stressed out. I'd be willing to bet her family doesn't either. Is that right, Becca? Okay. Turn off the background noise. TVs, whatever you got going on in the background, turn it off, because that background noise is stressful. It's chaotic. All right? Hopefully, if you have kids, you have schedules and routines in place even now, even though a lot of us are quarantined, a lot of us don't have school anymore, you should still have schedules and routines in place. Whatever routines you had set up for your children during school, their mornings should pretty much go the same way. You get up, you get dressed, you brush your teeth, you come down for breakfast. Whatever that routine is should still be in place. And their sleep hours should not be an hour or more past what their normal sleep hours are. They should still be getting a good night's sleep. Wake up time is consistent. Sleeping time is consistent. We try to maintain minimalism, but it's also just my husband and not so loud or crazy. Yeah, me too, Becca. Me too. But sometimes my husband's good at leaving the TV on, and I've done it myself. So yeah, it is. It's so important, because when you're like I'm right now, before I went live, I'm decluttering my guest room because it tends to be a collection spot and it makes me a little nuts. So that's what I'm working on, which is one of the next things I was going to talk about is decluttering. When you're always climbing over things, when you're always tripping on something, when you look in the corner and there's piles, declutter. Now, don't just look and say, oh my gosh, I can't even start with this room. I can't even start. It's so full of stuff. I can't even start with it. So take it step by step. If you were, whoever was on with me on last month's masterclass about getting started and stop making excuses and get motivated, I was telling you about the 2-minute motivation, where you just start 2 minutes. You set a timer and 2 minutes you stop. So if you put one thing away, that's one thing more that's put away, and you don't get overwhelmed. Hi, Nadia. Yes, and buy less stuff. There's a great tip if you're buying things for clothes. If you're buying clothes, in your closet. I believe that in order to keep control over not buying too much, if you really want something, then when you put it in your closet, make sure you take 1 or 2 things out that you don't wear anymore. If you can take 2 things out for every one, eventually that quantity of clothes that you don't wear will lessen and lessen. So yes, the secret is to buy less, but if you have to buy, what's something in the home that you don't use anymore that you can give away or get rid of? Okay, so clean up your house, but take baby steps. Don't just walk in and get so overwhelmed. Decide, okay, today I'm going to work 2 minutes, or today I'm going to work 10 minutes. But if you really want to get started and 10 minutes is overwhelming, do 2 minutes. every day for a week. You will have put away probably 20 different things. Okay. And then you can increase it when you're feeling better. And sometimes you go in there and you get started with your 2 minutes and you're like, you know what? I got nothing to do for 20 more minutes. I'm just going to keep at it because you got started. All right. So clean up your home. Overscheduling, guys. I love that. Small steps. Yes, it's easy to get. Absolutely, Becca. You know, I know even with my guest room, I'm pointing here because that is the direction of my guest room. I did a little yesterday. I did a little the day before, and now I'm almost done. I'm almost done because my grandson's coming tomorrow. And I don't know about you guys, but when I get guests, it's a good thing because I clean up more. So it's very inspiring when I get guests. And then little Brooksy is sleeping over for about 4 days. So he needs to be able to get to his bed, yes or yes. I'm going to take these 3 days and clean up that room. So he has a nice path to his bed. He can find his toys and which is all good, and get rid of some of the tools that my husband keeps there because after all, he's only 2.5. He's almost 3, but we don't want tools out. Or is he 3? Oh, no, I think he is 3. I think he's almost 4. Oh, my gosh. How does that happen? I don't even know how that happens. He is 3. Never mind. He's almost 4. Okay. So anyway, another great thing is stop overscheduling. When you overschedule yourself or you overschedule your kids, stress, you're racing around. You're getting, before the Rona hit, I have parents that are like, so how many days should I have after school activities for my kids? Like 2. They should come home. They should have time for homework. They shouldn't feel like they are getting nothing done. Hold on. I want to show you. Boredom is good. Where's my board box? Hold on. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I piled these storybooks that I read at story time on. So look, you can make a busy box for your kids when they're bored. And in here are all kinds of slips of paper that you and your kids can write stuff on so that if they're bored, they get a piece of paper, they pick something out of the box instead of coming to you. So maybe in here is write a story, color a book, do a puzzle, read a book, make funny faces in the mirror, write on the mirrors. You can get wipe off markers and you can draw pictures on the mirror. Write something you're grateful for. Say, I am, and follow it by something wonderful about yourself. The busy box is so handy. And if your kids come up and say, I'm bored, what do I tell my grandchildren? I said, you know what? The only one making you bored is you. No one else can make a person bored but the person themselves. So I say, what do? Go get your busy box because my grandkids have put that one together, which is my sample. And obviously, they can decorate it a little nicer than this has been decorated, which is another great activity. But, let them just say, all I have to say to my grandkids, if they come over and say I'm bored, which they don't even say anymore because I'll be like, well, who's making you bored? And they'll be like, I am. Right. So busy box. And then they just go get it and they pick something out and they find something to do. Plus, think of the creativity that comes out of a mind that's not occupied with other stuff. You start sitting, you write, you draw. There's all kinds of great creative ideas that have stemmed from our imaginations of having time to just sit and think. It's great for me. I know it is for me. In the morning, I love to sit outside and just think and drink coffee. I do like to drink coffee and, relax and meditate. Today, I did my 10 minutes of breathing exercises. It just clears the head and all kinds of great ideas come in your head. And kids start using their imagination more rather than always being directed on their activities. You don't have to entertain your kids 24/7. Remember that. Okay, so stop overscheduling. Give them a chance to be bored. clean up your house. What else did I say? Declutter, turn off the background noise. And, an hour when you wake up, if you wake up a half hour earlier than your kids, have some time for you. Go to bed an hour after your kids so you have some time for you. It's important to have time for you as much as it is for your kids. Hi, Leslie. How are you? Thanks for hopping on, honey. So make time for you to have quiet time. Make time for your kids to have quiet time. Too old for a nap? Schedule a quiet time where they're reading. Say, okay, guys, in your daily schedule, have a half hour of reading time. We're all going to go read. We're going to relax. If they're little, let's have a family reading time. You need to have downtime. Your brain needs it. Guys, when you're like focused on something and focused, and all of a sudden you're like, I just can't focus anymore. Take a break. Take 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And once you relax your brain and you go back to what you were doing, you're like, oh, that's what I was trying to find for an hour before. Take a break. You and your kids. And guys, if you want to sleep well, I highly recommend you do a brain dump. So a brain dump is basically like you have a pad of paper. I don't have to show you what a pad is. You have a pad of paper and, oh my gosh, look, this is my calendar. This was not planned. This is my calendar. Look, it says brain dump. Isn't that funny? Not planned. Coincidence? I think not. So have a pad of paper by your bed and everything you forgot to do during the day, write it down. So say you needed to get one more bill paid, or say you needed to balance something, or say you wanted to take 10 minutes and exercise and you didn't do it. Write it down. So when you wake up in the morning, all your things are right there. And you don't have to rethink about them. And you know what else? Is you're going to sleep better. You will sleep better when all those things are out of your head. And I keep a pad of paper next to my bed in case I do wake up at 2 a.m. and I have a pen there. Don't forget to put a pen there. And I'm thinking of something that's keeping me up, and then I just write it down. And once it's down, it's out of your head and you can go back to sleep. So hope that helped, guys. And you can use some of these tips to de-stress your life and de-stress the life of your family. Hope this was valuable to you. Guys, I don't want to forget to tell you that Tuesday night at 8:30, that is June 30th, is this month's masterclass. I do a masterclass every month. And this month is on getting your family eating healthier, taking care of those finicky eaters in your family. If you didn't know, I'm a nutritionist, and I'm here to help you guys. It's going to be live on Zoom. Oh, good, Becca. Yeah, it becomes a good habit, doesn't it? It's going to be live on Zoom. So it's going to be interactive. It's not a recorded webinar. I'm not selling you anything at the end, but it will be live. And you'll be able to ask me questions, get real live answers. So we'll spend an hour and a half or so on Zoom together talking about nutrition, how to solve finicky eaters in your family, how to create healthier meals that your kids love. We're going to talk about making a healthy pizza, healthy ice cream, healthy soda. We're going to talk about all that. It's going to be super fun. So if you're thinking, I really want to start on a healthier path, join us. If you're in my VIP group already, it's free to my VIPs. If you want to know more information about the VIP group, send me a message or write your email or a comment to put #VIP. If you want to be part of the masterclass, go to pumpedupparenting.com. Scroll down a little bit. You'll see the masterclass listed, or you can just go into the tab that says courses and find the Picky Eaters course. And that's what we're going to be doing on Tuesday. So I'd love to have you join me or share it out to people you know who are kind of struggling with a finicky eater in their family, because it will be a really great time to spend with everybody. Okay? In the meantime, guys, thank you for hopping on. Don't forget story time tonight and every night at 7 p.m. What am I reading tonight? I don't know. I haven't picked it out yet. But I'll be reading tonight, and story time is live on YouTube, Periscope, and Facebook. And if you want to check out the YouTube channel for more parenting tips and more story times, go to Pumped Up Parenting with Celia Kibler. I'd love to have you subscribe and have all your resources at your fingertips. You are so very welcome, Leslie. Thank you, Becca, for being on. Thank you, Nadia, everybody else. I'm grateful that you spent 20 minutes of your busy day with me. And I wish you all days filled with peace, love, and tons of laughter. Guys, laughter is a great stress reducer. Great for everything. So laugh more. I'll see you tonight at 7 o'clock.